Good morning. Today we're looking at Fractal Mining 101 on how to do a setup. Okay? Now, what you need to do is you find your favorite markets here. All right? These are mine here. All right? Guaranteed on one of the market here, there's going to be a fractal. All right? I picked out the Nikkei. Okay? And what I did on the Nikkei, I simply looked at all the time frames. Okay? Now, when you look at all the time frames, on one of them, a fractal will appear. Guaranteed. Let me repeat that. Guaranteed. This particular fractal on the 13-minute time frame, okay, has appeared over and over and over and over and over again. All right? You need to have the count. Okay, you have a 5 down, number 1, and then you need to form a little dip, a leg, ideally should be equal, but we can go with it. It's very similar to what we've seen in the past. All right? You're fractal mining. You're looking for fractals, and you have to find them on all these different markets. These are my favorite ones, okay? I got Bitcoin, I got the ESR, I got the Dow NQ, YM, I got FX, okay? So when you get up in the morning, look at your favorite markets, okay? In order to find a fractal, you're mining for fractals. And if you can't find it in one time frame, you go to another time frame, okay? And these are my popular time frames here. So I selected the 13-minute time frame. All right. When a fractal terminates, generally the confirmation is a spike up. All right here at E. That's your bottom. All right. At times, with experience, you can get the bottom tick or bottom tick on a fractal. All right. You may be a point or two off. Okay, that's okay. Okay, you'll have a throw over. You have the spikes. Not too much you can do about that. So what you have to do, you're going to have to examine all the time frames here. All right. So the market is turning up as expected. That's the bottom at E. And if, it's all probability, all right, if we're expecting that to happen, okay, you have the bottom channel, a trigger, and you got the top channel, a trigger. You need to wait for low break in order to go long up here. And if we fail, the market will go into decay. So right now, the Nikkei is growing. All right. Again, you'll find that particular fractal we're looking at right here, you'll find it in one of these markets on a time frame. Guaranteed, guaranteed, guaranteed. All right? You'll find the fractal there. And you'll find the fractal on one of these time frames. That's a requirement, or else you're not fractal mining. Okay? Fractals not only appear in 3 and 5s, I count about 50, 55, probably more if you include both the similar fractals and a semi-quasi-fractal. Okay? So again, we're fractal mining for a swing, a turn in the market. All right. At times, the fractal will rise intensely or it will decline intensely. Right now, the trend is up. Okay. Now, again, you can do this on any market. You'll find this particular fractal guaranteed on every market in the world. All you have to do, go to the fractal container, find the image, find the picture, you do a match, you draw your triggers, you put a stop, sell stop times 2. Up here, it breaks out. You put a buy stop up here to go up. Okay? This is how you mine the markets for a growth fractal, which we're looking here at E, or a decaying fractal if we fail down here and then it falls. However, during the time, we're in a 13-minute time frame. Go to 10-minute time frame, see if you can find something. Well, we have a 7 down here, okay? That's the bottom. That confirms the 13-minute time frame. And if you keep going, drilling down here, now we have a 5-minute time frame. We don't have anything there. That is called chaos, all right? When a fractal does not appear, it's chaos, all right? You can't get in. The time to get in was down here the other day, and then you can do the trade. If you're in the middle here, it's kind of risky. There's not too much you can do here, all right? But again, a simple example of how to fractal mine any market, including equities, all right? So you've got all these markets, for fractals, and you've got how many stocks are traded all over the world? Quite a few, all right? So guaranteed, you're going to find a fractal. If not on an index, if not on a future, if not on a stock, if not on an option, it's going to be on gold, it's going to be on bonds. So you can find them on gold, you can find them anywhere, all right? All you have to do, look at the picture. It's pretty simple, actually. But it takes time to recognize the fractal form and the fractal count. You need both. You need the count and you need the form. The form is the best to go. And what you need to do, as we mentioned before, you simply have to wait until you get a clear definition and picture of that particular fractal. So, during a week, look at all the markets, look at all the time frames, and when you see this particular fractal, okay, that's going to be the top, and that's going to be the bottom. And that's how you do a setup. Hopefully, this will help you. Check a Telegram on what we're suspecting to do happen during a week. What else did I want to say here? Again, if you want to scalp, you can do this all day long. Okay. Again, one important point: when you're in a trade, okay, don't expect to get 10, 20, 50, 100 points. It's not going to happen. It will a few times if you get lucky. Luck has a lot to do with it. Probabilities, okay, has a lot to do with it. All right. When you do enter a trade, you have your stop here and you have a target for a profit. If you make money on the trade, you take the profit or raise your stop. It's up to you on your account and how much risk you want to take. Okay? Right now, we don't have a clear entry point. The point to enter would be around here, and then you go along and you put your stop there. Okay? Again, we're fractal mining for turns in the market. We're looking for a point, 5 points, 10, 30, 40, 50. Sometimes you get 100. Yeah. And sometimes you get nothing. And you break even, you get out. Okay? And to avoid the reversals, again, you have to look at all the time frames to see what is going on. Alright? Fractal Mining 101 for a fractal setup trade. Hank Wernicke from ElliotFractals.com, X.com, YouTube.com. We're reaching 500 videos. Everything you need to know about fractals, it's on YouTube, free. Okay? And I'm on Facebook too. You'll find me there. I'll have a post every now and then. But again, you're looking for a turn to make a profit, not a killing. All right? You have today, you have Monday, you have Tuesday, you have next month, and a month after, and a year after. All right? So every day, every minute, every market, every time frame, guaranteed you're going to find the fractals. How are you going to find the fractals? They're in our fractal container set. Neil, he'll point them out every day for you, hourly. Okay? I don't know of any other service that does that. Okay? We attempt to cover most of the major markets to make a profit. All you want to do is make a profit. I'm not a guru. I have no idea what's going to happen a year from now. Nor does anybody else. Okay? We're mapping the market, and we're not making the market fit a map. There are no maps. We don't know what's going to happen here. If we go above the top of the channel here, it's going to be higher. If we go below here, it's going to be lower. I hope the fractal mining would be a good exercise to find the turns in the market. Okay? Again, we're only trying to make a couple $100 a day. If the market is kind to us, and we get lucky, you'll get the 20, 30 points. But you have to do one setup trade every day during the week. All right? Out of the 5 setups, more than likely 3 to 4 are going to work for you, and the others are going to reverse. But again, if you have a reversal, if you have a hedge, you can always reverse and get out of the trade. Okay, again, fractal mining. All we're doing is we're looking for similar fractals that have appeared before in the past on all markets, on all equities. Hank Wernicke, signing off. We'll see you Sunday night.